You know, Gil Scott Heron, the revolution will not be televised.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't know what he meant. He said it won't be televised because it's a revolution in your mind that others can't see, right? So with the apartheid thing going on, this made us conscious. The sound system, Rasta, church, everybody was like, apartheid is an evil, you must be against it. So this brought up something to truly be rebelling against and having something, you know, there's a reason it's called colonialism and all of these things. And this is something you've got to be able to push against, right? So none of us had been grown up with had placards. We grew up with the voice, yeah? You say what you need to say. So back in them times, apartheid, NF, BMP, you know, cuts, all of these things, black people were very conscious when Bob Marley said, get up, stand up for your rights. He wasn't saying something that no one knew. He was echoing what we're doing. So even from that young age, that's something there. I marry that with what's going on right now in Gaza and other places. Because the whole world can see it now with social media and the whole world is waking up. I'm saying, like, can you imagine the kind of, the level of consciousness or political commentary that like MCs and rappers and singers and poets are going to be coming out with over the next few years on the back of this? They're going to push the other narrative. They're born to push the other narrative. We've always had them push the other narrative.
Which
and
is
that's
why guys
we
like
push
us,
our narrative.
yeah.
There you go. And that's the thing, like, they feed us. You push back against, you push us. You're doing wickedness and try to push us. Well, push back. That's how it is. That's one of the reasons why they hated us getting into hip hop, man. Yeah? They hated it because they saw we're pushing against big things, global ideologies. These little kids are giants in the making.
And in the words of Rodney P, unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
Yeah.
Unstoppable. And you can't blame them for trying. And they can stop some. But it's not an individual thing. This is a mass thing. The mass is unstoppable. You feel me? Some people might drop down. It don't matter. It's a mass that's moving and picking up momentum and weight and power and purpose. You know what I mean? And that's hip hop in a nutshell. And when you're a kid and you start getting introduced to stuff like this, come on, man. Little boy child, you're gonna be like, what, you seeing big man standing up on the back of that, you're like, okay, I'm feeling this.
We used to have these conversations 35 years ago, 40 years ago.
That's right.
We were seeing it from like teenage years.
Man.
That's the reason why, you know, you did what you did with your music, put the messages out. I stood on the streets and sold records independently because we were fighting against the system.
Man.
You know what I mean?
And the thing is as well, bro, is when we all like 13, 14, 15 and we're getting into this, right? Into hip-hop culture, hip-hop. People, if you think about it, if you go back and then you look now, it's like, what, 40 years, right? More than that. But you see, people we met at 13 and 14, it's their personality. They were being authentic, we were being real. And to this age, it's still, he's the same as when he was 14, 15. Okay, he's got life in personality the same. So you had some people who were like about confrontation and seeing how, that's the battlers. Their mentality today is still the same, you know what I mean? Not in a negative way. Like their mentality is, they're the fighter mentality. So let's go for it. You had the others who are the thinkers. You had the thinkers and the speakers. You had the silent observers who saw everything. And you think about as we've gone on, those characters have stayed the same, the personalities have stayed the same. You know, people wasn't trying to be something completely different to what they were. Hip-hop culture itself was saying celebrate your uniqueness or celebrate your realness or your authenticity, right? When people say keep it real, what they meant was be truthful, be authentic. Authentic self is the self that other people respect and believe to be who you truly are, what you're truly about.
And somehow years later, people use that term to keep it fake.
Yeah, brother.
Jesus, they switched it all up, didn't they?
Yeah. I mean, look, the word woke,